In the back.
Yeah, Scott Soshnick, Bloomberg. Adam, what are the right words to ascribe your feelings that you're getting all questions about Donald Sterling and not why we're here or the NBA playoffs, that he's dominating coverage of your league?
It's a great question, Scott, and it's hard for me to put in words sometimes. I mean, especially, as I said earlier, that we're coming off some of the best playoffs, and certainly in my memory. And your question makes me think of Kevin Durant's MVP speech. I hope if anybody hasn't seen it, you can go to NBA.com and watch it. Kevin Durant says, really in addressing his mother, who was sitting in the audience at the end of the speech, I'm paraphrasing, I think, but he said something like, Mom, we weren't supposed to be here. The deck was stacked against us. And even I get choked up a little bit just remembering watching him give that speech. And I think Kevin Durant, as our most valuable player, embodies what this league is all about. And frankly, Mr. Sterling doesn't. And so it's not just the performances on the court that it's a distraction from. And I think what made this moment bigger than basketball, certainly for everybody involved in the league, and that moment being that recording, was that it did come from within. That under David Stern and commissioners that came before him, barriers were broken with this league. And I think for those who say it's a slippery slope and my God, what happens to the next player or the next owner who does something wrong? I'd only say there's something particular about race issues when it comes to sports, and maybe the NBA in particular. I mean, it's no secret. We have a league that the majority of the players are African American, the vast majority of the owners are not. But it's as egalitarian an institution as there is anywhere, at least that I know of. And I look at the track record in terms of hiring of coaches, general managers, front office personnel, even increasingly in the ownership ranks. I think it's beyond anger. It's sort of what I said earlier. There's a certain sadness, and you feel it. It's almost a malaise around the league. That's what I sensed when I first met with the Clippers. It was something deeper than anger. It was something, and again, it's that so many of our players, and listening to Kevin Durant, who had experienced discrimination in their lives. We're not a post-racial society, but at least within the boundaries of my authority, I feel an obligation to protect the people who are within this league. And so that's my reaction.
Hi, this is Rodney Harris, Akron Today Show. We live here at the NBA Draft Lottery. Just got finished hearing from the commissioner. Great insight on how he truly feels. We are here live in New York. I'd like to thank my sponsor, the number one sponsor, Mio Clock. That's the boy behind the camera. You see I'm all geared up, representing. I also like to thank my other sponsors, A Taste of Heaven, Barbecue Sauce, and ESP, Elite Sports Performance Gym. It's a brand new gym in Akron, Ohio. Right now, we're going to continue with the rest of the lottery pick. Let's see if the Cavs get lucky and get number one. We'll be right back.
Me Clock is a unique concept that takes the numbers in a watch and replaces them with the word me. So every time you look at your watch, you are reminded that it is your time. It is Me O'Clock. Currently, there are two lines available. The Elegance line, which is made in France, and consists of 4 different styles, all with the inscription, "Time is mine." Amour has the word me in the center of the dial. What is unique about the Amour is that the minute and hour hands form a heart once an hour, because you must love yourself before you can love anyone else.
Following the Amour, we decided to add some international flavor to the collection. This watch is entitled Mi Tiempo, which means my time. Also found in this watch is the words El Tiempo es mío, which translates into the time is mine.
Next, we have the Shades of Grey, which shows every hour is literally Me O'Clock. Are you ready for this one? The eclectic watch actually goes counterclockwise. As you can see, the numbers go backwards. We don't all spend time the same way, so why should we look at it the same way? Now, we have the sports line, which is actually made in China. We have entitled this watch the Eclipse. It has one of the Me O'Clock logos in the center, and it has a special message engraved in the back that reads, "Some say there aren't enough hours in a day. We made time for you." Just as a little reminder, there's always time. Who's to say you can't be greater than you were yesterday? Who's to say there isn't enough time? We made time for you. It's Me O'Clock. Is it your time?
Glad we're back. My name is Jamie Parker here recording live with the Akron Today Show. Behind me now recording is at the Good Morning America studios is the NBA Draft Lottery. And so a lot of people might wonder, how does a team actually record? A lot of people might wonder, how does a team actually get to the team that they have? Well, a lot of it comes down to lottery. And so today we're going to talk about the percentages of a team being able to acquire the first round draft pick. So basically, depending on your losing record, kind of goes to show you how well you're going to place in picking up a lottery pick. So we have the Milwaukee Bucks at 25%. Coming in second, we have the Philadelphia 76ers with 19.9%. Orlando Magic coming in at 15.6%. And Utah Jazz at 11.9%. So the higher your percentage is, the more likely you are to get the first round pick. Coming in ninth, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers at 1.7%. And our beloved city, New York, where we are right now, coming in at 0.7%. So we wish these teams very well. And after these commercial breaks, we'll be right back with more interviews and more sports.
Doing it right, a taste of heaven. Gourmet sauce for barbecue, a taste of heaven. A taste of heaven for you. Honey mustard and original barbecue flavor so divine. We're doing it right. A taste of heaven. This finger licking good. A taste of honey mustard and original barbecue. A taste of so divine. You can use it all the time. A taste of heaven. Doing it right. A taste of heaven.
It goes to the Phoenix Suns.
The Suns had 23 more wins this season than last season, the best improvement in the NBA.
The 13th pick will be made by the Minnesota Timberwolves.
This will be Minnesota's 13th first-round draft pick since 2008, which leads the league.
The 12th pick belongs to the Orlando Magic.
The Nuggets obtained this pick from the Knicks, and it now goes to Orlando as part of the 2012 Dwight Howard trade.
Picking number 11 will be the Denver Nuggets.
This will be the Nuggets' first lottery selection since 2003 when they selected Carmelo Anthony, number 3. Things holding to form so far.
The 10th pick will go to the Philadelphia 76ers.
This pick goes to the top 5. It goes to Philadelphia.
The Charlotte Hornets.
That means that Cleveland has vaulted into the top 3, folks. And this pick was the Pistons, but because they're not in the top 8, it goes to the Charlotte Hornets as part of the Ben Gordon for Corey McGinney deal.
The 8th pick goes to the Sacramento Kings.
Last year, the Kings selected Kansas freshman Ben McLemore at number 7 in the NBA draft.
The 7th pick will be made by the Los Angeles Lakers.
This is only the 3rd lottery pick for the Lakers, having picked Eddie Jones in '94 and Andrew Bynum in 2005, both with the 10th selection.
Pick number 6 belongs to the Boston Celtics.
The Celtics have this pick as well as the 17th overall pick that they obtained from Brooklyn.
Pick number 5 goes to the Utah Jazz.
Utah has never won the NBA draft lottery, but will have this pick and the 23rd selection.
And the fourth pick in the 2014 NBA Draft goes to the Orlando Magic.
And then there were three. The Cleveland Cavaliers, again in the hunt. The Philadelphia 76ers. And the Milwaukee Bucks, which started off the night with a 25% chance of winning the draft lottery.
Hi, I'm Crystal, the owner of True Cream. I reside in Akron, Ohio.
What inspired me to want to be in the cosmetic industry? I have always loved the beauty in women. I love hair, nails, and makeup. Where my inspiration comes from, life itself and hearing the word of God, believing all things are possible through Him. What's next for True Cream? I'm in the process of writing a book about my life, starting with my childhood to my adulthood, and the things that I experienced with life. What advice would I give to girls that doubt themselves and their abilities to grow? I believe that there is beauty in every woman. I believe that the more confident she is, the sexier. I believe that attitude is everything, when you have nothing and when you have it all. I believe in never giving up and living your dreams out loud. I believe the most beautiful person in the world is the happiest. I believe in making each day count. For more information about True Cream, visit www.trukream.com.
Pick in this year's draft goes to the Philadelphia 76ers. The second pick will be made by the Milwaukee Bucks. And the number one pick in the 2014 NBA Draft goes to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
To you is, what do you feel Cleveland, winning and getting this top overall pick, what do you feel like it means to the city and the cities surrounding it?
I think it means everything. I think this is what's going to put us over the top. This is just one of the many stepping stones to achieving that overarching goal, which is to bring home a championship to the city of Cleveland, the state of Ohio.
I feel like that's something we can do. And what do you feel the fans can do to really show that we believe in Cleveland?
They can continue to do the things that they've been doing. We've got the greatest fans in the world. They've stuck with us through thick and through thin, and as you know, we've had some rough years, but our fans have always stood behind us, and I've always said that you'll believe it when you see it. In Cleveland, start believing, because you're going to see it. We're going to bring home a championship.
Wow, well, thank you so much for your time, and I want you to know that the Akron Today Show are behind you 100%. Thank you so much for your time.
14, not just say Cavaliers, actually, and I heard Cavaliers. That was it, man. Good luck.
The media clock is a unique concept that takes the numbers in a watch and replaces them with the word me. So that every time you look at your watch, you are reminded that it is your time. It is me o'clock. Currently, there are 2 lines available. The Elegance line, which is made in France, and consists of 4 different styles, all with the inscription, "Time is mine." Amour has the word me in the center of the dial. What is unique about the Amour is that the minute and hour hands form a heart once an hour, because you must love yourself before you can love anyone else.
Following the Amour, we decided to add some international flavor to the collection. This watch is entitled Mi Tiempo, which means my time. Also found in this watch is the words El Tiempo es mío, which translates into the time is mine.
Next, we have the shades of gray, which shows every hour is literally me o'clock. Are you ready for this one? The eclectic watch actually goes counterclockwise. As you can see, the numbers go backwards. We don't all spend time the same way, so why should we look at it the same way? Now, we have the sports line, which is actually made in China. We have entitled this watch the Eclipse. It has one of the Me O'Clock logos in the center, and it has a special message engraved in the back that reads, "Some say there aren't enough hours in a day. We made time for you." Just as a little reminder, there's always time. Who's to say you can't be greater than you were yesterday? Who's to say there isn't enough time? We made time for you. It's Me O'Clock. Is it your time?
Number one draft picked. I know they partying downtown East 9th Street. Akron Today show, we'll be down there partying with y'all. Cavs getting ready to win the championship. Watch and see what I'm telling you. This is Rodney Harris, Jamie. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Me O'Clock, ESPN, our ESP Fitness, A Taste of Heaven, barbecue sauce. Rodney Harris, Akron Today show. We checking out. We coming back home. New York, love you. Love New York. Jamie, thanks for a great job. This was Jamie's first job. He did a great job with the interviews and everything else. I'd like to thank our sponsors providing the transportation up here to New York. Cleveland, pulled it off again.